My dad's accountant's name. My dad's accountant's name was Bob.
Oh, okay.
So he could have been Robert, but as far as I
Okay.
know, he's still alive.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, who
Because
knows?
yeah, names are another thing that come and go. But
Yeah,
yeah, so I just wondered if maybe that might help you, because I know that whenever I've had a spirit channel through me, there's always been a very clear emotion that comes with it. And I
right,
thought that might just help you have a bit of a demarcation.
right.
Um, because, if suddenly, yeah, it
Yeah,
may help you or not. But and the other thing too was when you said that you did like the chakras. I
yeah.
have been purging a lot of stuff out of my lower chakras, so that was
Okay.
spot on. I
Right.
don't tend to clear, look
Yeah.
at my upper ones as much. But yeah, so that was spot on as well.
Okay. Good. Good. And the cards were helpful. The cards that I pulled.
Yeah, they were very good. They resonated as well. So
Okay.
yeah. And I
Good.
like the format, and I like your format as well. I just wanted to give you feedback on, the format that you do it. You do your mediumship bit first, and then
Yeah.
the cards, and then,
Right.
and I like the way that it's flowing. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just, yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah. I want to get more confident with the mediumship part and do it do it live with the person.
Yeah.
It's I'm building up to that.
So like
Um,
if we were to do it now, for
yeah,
instance, would
right.
you have you obviously would you have done all your pre-work to get
Yeah,
yourself so that you could just go
right,
straight into the
right,
space?
right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you would. So you'd
yeah,
be there now and you'd be
right.
asking me questions and receiving. Is that
Yeah,
how?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I would like and see I'm trying to learn from different teachers. Like I have several books from different mediums and like their process. I've only taken classes with one teacher, like live kind of thing. So I'm trying to learn other methods to, just figure out what's going to work best for me. Um, but yeah, like my teacher, she says like get 5 pieces of evidence and, try to as soon as possible figure out who the spirit is. And that's been my hardest thing is figuring out who it is. She kind of has a method where her head is like pulled like a pendulum. Like she'll have grandmothers, mothers, children, like female child, grandfathers, fathers, male children, and then in the middle is spouses and non-relative people, so
Yes.
like friends or whatever. Um, so I've tried to do that, but I don't like maybe in the beginning I may have been pulled one direction or the other, but for some reason that's not really working. So I need to figure out like I have a mediumship guide. Her name is Esther.
Yeah.
And you know, I ask her for assistance when I'm getting stuck and when I meditate, I like tell her like help me figure out like give me a feeling so that I know I'm connected to a spirit, like there's a spirit here. Like I thought it would be full body chills because I've had that experience, but I'm still not having that feeling when I'm merged with the spirit. So I'm still
Okay.
waiting for that to happen. And like my teacher, she said it took, a couple years before she like felt the
That's
presence of a spirit. So I'm kind of
yeah.
waiting for that to happen. I mean, I'm clearly getting evidence, like some of my other readings, like it was right on, like 75%, evidence. It was
Yeah.
accurate, you know. So I know I'm getting stuff, but it just takes practice and time, and I just have to keep doing it.
Yeah, it does. It takes practice and time, and it is, it's also, like you say, finding and tweaking it for yourself.
Right.
So as your teacher, like the other thing too is knowing what your strongest clear is, because
Right.
if if you can see, then
Yeah.
your strongest clear to work with is
Right.
always going to be to see them. But
Yeah.
if you're auditory, then then you can say, look, play a bell if it's a male, play something
Right.
else if it's a female. Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
ask them to give you signs that way
Right.
instead of, because it's not going to work the same for everybody.
Yeah.
But
I'm
for
kind
me,
of,
I
yeah.
can
I'm
feel them come in.
okay. Yeah. I'm kind of 50-50 clairvoyant and clairaudient. Like I sometimes I can see very clear images. Um, and then sometimes I hear names. Like I'll hear and they're right on. Like so yeah. And I'll also like ages or um what they passed from kind of thing. But then sometimes I'll just like know, like I'll just like with my one friend, I just knew that he was using a cane. Her dad was using a cane towards the end. Like I
Yeah,
didn't see it, I didn't hear it. I just knew had this knowing,
yeah,
and that was accurate. So yeah, it's just kind of a wild ride. It's been really fun and just crazy to me that I can do this, and really that I feel like anybody can learn how to do it, you know.
yeah. Oh,
So it's been
we're all
really
channels.
fun. Yeah,
Everybody can channel. It's
yeah,
just, yeah, it's like you say, it's learning to do it, and
yeah,
it's building that muscle too. So,
right.
you know,
Well, and that's been the key for me is now I'm finally in the habit. It took me years, but I'm finally in the habit of meditating every day.
yeah.
And I'm using the HemiSync. I don't know if I sent you any information about HemiSync, um, binaural beats, like tones,
Oh, yeah, yeah, tones.
you with the headphones, and they alternate ears, and it syncs up both sides of the brain. So it puts you in a deeper meditative state more quickly when you're listening to that.
Yeah,
So, I am regularly getting into that theta state. And I definitely think that has helped my mediumship, you know, get along further had I not been doing that.
yeah,
So, yeah. So that's taken some time to get to that point where I'm doing it regularly.
yeah. Oh, no, definitely. Meditation definitely helps. But also working with the pineal gland, I find helps as well. If you just go
Mm-hmm.
and tune into your pineal gland, that
Yeah,
really helps too. So, but
right.
it does. It takes time, and it's just practice, like you say.
Right, right. Yeah. So one of the readings I did, so another way that spirits communicate is through my own memories.
Yeah.
Like they can use my memories to connect with or give evidence. So like um like I had a memory in one of my readings recently come up where um I remembered as a kid, me and my brother would go play in the woods, and our um, cousin would cut the vines, like these vines that would attach to trees. He'd like cut them from the ground because they're attached to the ground and they grow up the tree with a machete. And we would swing on them, like over cliffs and stuff, like totally dangerous, stupid stuff. And
Sounds like fun though.
and when my sitter, that's what in mediumship, that's what you call the client, the sitter, like you would be the sitter.
Yeah, yeah.
So when she reported back to me that if any of the evidence was accurate, she said, yeah, that's what those were, monkey vines. We called them monkey vines, and we did that as kids, and my mom would take us to the woods. So it was evidence of her mom coming through, because I also talked about a sun catcher in the window that would send rainbows across the room.
Oh,
And
awesome.
her mom had given her a sun catcher. It was a crystal. I was seeing a hummingbird. However, she loved hummingbirds. So that may have been where that was coming from. But the sun catcher she gave her was a crystal, and it sent rainbows across the room. So, so there are different aspects of her mom coming through. And I thought I was getting her dad, but it was actually her uncle. But then there were some things about her dad. So it's just still kind of all over the place. So I'm still working on, working with my mediumship guide to figure out like how to differentiate and, put people in order, like one person at a time,
Yeah.
So it's getting there, but it's been really fun to do it and practice. And so, yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Oh no, I really appreciate it. So thank you very much. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just thought it would be easier to talk through.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I would like to, like, my next step. So, probably my next reading that I do, because I have a list of people who want me to practice, which is good. Um, so my next plan is to, like, have this list of evidence and whatever, is to sit with the person one on one on Zoom and go over it and like have the discussion right now, and deliver, the reading or whatever. So that's the next step. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, I'm always open to being practiced with. And
Yeah,
yeah, if you
definitely.
wanna give it a go again, because
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
my other uncle just died last week. So
Oh, wow. Oh, my.
so yeah, so I was up 1 a.m. on Tuesday, attending the funeral online. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so
Was it
by the
your
time I woke
dad's
up,
brother?
no, it was my my dad's other sister's husband.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so he's just recently passed. So yeah, so there's more spirits out there, and
Right, right,
I'm always open to whoever comes through.
right, right.
If you want to
Awesome.
do a live one with me, I'm
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
willing.
All right, awesome.